This gaming giant has made its fair share of mistakes.
Mamma mia!
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down the top 10 biggest Nintendo fails. Number 10, the 3DS. Kicking off our list is the latest failure by the Big N, the 3DS. Nintendo has always maintained complete handheld dominance. However, it has recently made several poor decisions in the face of Apple, smartphones, and Sony's PlayStation Vita. These included an overblown launch price, a screen that caused 3D-related nausea, a total absence of must-own launch games, poor battery life, and a lack of a second circle pad for modern game design. Sure, Nintendo eventually dropped the price, released some games, and created a hideous circle pad attachment, but the damage is done. Number 9, Wii Shortsightedness. Okay, there's no simple way to say this. The Wii has ugly standard definition graphics. It is also absent of many other basic features, like playable demos, a hard drive, and a proper voice chat feature. Overlooking these issues, SD made sense back in 2006 when few people had sweet flat panel displays. Unfortunately, that decision has caught up to the company in recent years, costing it the momentum it gained early on. Number 8, DVD playback and online play. This may not sound like a doozy in 2011, but in 2001, DVD playback was a big deal. Shockingly, Nintendo was the only one to omit it in favor of keeping costs down for the Gamecube. They have similarly steered away from supporting online play, something they haven't really improved upon in the last decade, despite masterful offerings by the competition. Number 7, Gamecube Design. Beyond its limited playback options, Nintendo's Gamecube went one step further. Basically, it scared off many mature and hardcore gamers with its flamboyant use of purple as its flagship color, and its inclusion of a lunchbox-style handlebar. Number 6, Censorship. Gamers, like movie watchers, prefer to choose for themselves. Nintendo, however, had to learn the hard way that it shouldn't police what we want to consume. The major talking point here is the censorship of games like Mortal Kombat during the SNES era. Gamers began flocking to the Sega Genesis for the real deal, and Nintendo forever cemented itself as a kiddie brand. Number 5, losing Square support. There was a time when the Final Fantasy series and its developer Squaresoft, now called Square Enix, were synonymous with Nintendo. All that changed with the arrival of the original PlayStation and Nintendo's refusal to adopt CD technology. As a result, we may never see another major Nintendo-bound Final Fantasy release.
Final Fantasy VI, Square.
Number 4, N64 sticking with cartridges. Not only costing Nintendo high-profile partnerships, their Nintendo 64's use of cartridges was enough to shift the entire balance of power in the console wars. Despite their loading speed and child-friendly durability, they couldn't give developers the memory they wanted and were very expensive to manufacture. Number 3, the Virtual Boy. The 3DS isn't Nintendo's first attempt at 3D. Virtual Boy was an ill-fated device that featured monochrome visuals, tabletop head-mounted display, and a lack of games. Virtual Boy didn't destroy Nintendo, but we're certain that many of the company's top brass must still lose sleep over this mega failure. Yeah, I'd never heard of it either. Number 2, Philips CDI. In 1991, Nintendo abandoned their plans for a disc-based attachment for the SNES. Instead, they broke ties with their then partner, a little company called Sony, who were forced to then partner with Philips. The result was a horrific system and a slew of so-called games based on Nintendo's mascots. Trust us, these games were bad. So bad they spawned the YouTube Poop series.
You've got to be kidding.
Number 1, inadvertently creating the PlayStation. Taking the top spot on our list is the biggest and most long-lasting fail in Nintendo's history. Not only did Nintendo do the unthinkable by screwing over a fellow Japanese company with their CDI fiasco, but this also caused Sony to realize something. Namely, that their product could become its own system called the PlayStation, and that they could kick major ass by themselves.